The Queen, 96, has recently been at the center of reports speculating on her health after she cancelled a series of engagements on the royal schedule. Some royal experts suggested that the monarch had been cancelling events to avoid being seen in a wheelchair. Robert Jobson, royal editor for Australian television channel Sunrise, claimed that there had been talks about the Queen using a wheelchair, but that she wouldn't want to be seen in public using one. Comedian Rosie Jones has now reacted to the barrage of claims surrounding the Queen's health in a tweet, in which she claimed that ableism was still everywhere. Rosie, who suffers from a disability named ataxic cerebral palsy, said she felt disappointed to find out about Her Majesty's reluctance to use a wheelchair. In view of her 181,000 Twitter followers, Rosie said, disappointed to read of the Queen's reluctance to use a wheelchair. In 2022, ableism and internalized ableism is still everywhere. Mobility aids are not a defeat. They are life-enhancing. Elizabeth Love, don't you want to look as sexy as me and Maureen? She concluded the tweet with an emoji surrounded by love hearts and attached a picture of herself in a wheelchair waving the Union Jack. Rosie's remarks sparked debate in her tweet's replies, with some online users defending the Queen's reported choice to avoid being seen in a wheelchair. Yum0me said, I hear what you're saying, but it's not ableism to want to retain our physical independence as long as possible. Unless we're in our 90s and used to being very active, we can't really understand how on a personal level, using a wheelchair very much must feel like admitting defeat. Sick, 94 President argued, I think you might be confused. Seeing a mobility aid as a defeat is ableism. That's what the tweet says. The hunky-chunky one typed, not everyone feels comfortable using a wheelchair. I certainly don't. Maybe it's stubbornness, refusing to let our bodies beat us, pride that we still can get around without one. It's not ableism to refuse to use something we feel we don't need. Sick, MoTheTwink112 wrote, it's a very personal thing and I don't think it's fair to be disappointed in someone else's feelings about using a wheelchair. I'm so pleased for you that you love yours. It's not so easy for everyone to accept though. The discussion follows fears for the Queen's well-being after she tested positive for COVID in February. At the beginning of March, she was forced to miss the Commonwealth service at Westminster Abbey and had her eldest son, Prince Charles, fill in for her while she recovered.